From the visceral layer of lateral case of mesoderm, you can see that vessels are formed and cell cluster forming vessels. And that are called dorsal. Similarly, this section when the embryo is folded laterally, the gutty tube is formed. So this is the pharynx, the wings of the pharynx of the pharyngeal pouches, and you can always describe the structure from dorsal to ventral as following. The first thing dorsally is the neural tube, which is here brain vesicle because it is dilated. Next to it is the notochord. Next to the notochord is the gut, which is here the pharynx, showing the pharyngeal pouches. And next to the gut is the heart. You can see here, because of the lateral folding of the embryo, the two limbs of the U-shaped hearty tube are approximating each other, going toward fusion. You can see that this is one limb of the U, and this is the other limb of the U, and this is the septum between them, and the two limbs are about to be fused to forming a single hearty tube. So the next section shows the single hearty tube. In this section, also the first thing dorsally is the neural tube, which is here a brain vesicle. Ventral to it is the notochord. Ventral to the notochord is the wings of the pharynx and pharyngeal pouches, and then the heart. This is the single hearty tube. Now it is completely fused, and you can see that the single hearty tube is formed of three layers. First, endocardial layer, which forms the lining epithelium of the heart. Then cardiac jelly, which disappeared later on. Then epimyocardial mantle, that will form the myocardium of the heart, and the visceral layer of serous pericardium. So these are the three layers of the heart tissue. Also you can see that the heart is suspended by a mesentery, just like the intestine, and this mesentery is called mesocardium. That's all about in this section of chick embryo at early stage of development. Now I will show you not section, but a whole mounted embryo where you can see the U-shaped hearty tube. In this whole mouth embryo, is not a section, you can see that this is the neural fold. They are about to be closed to form the neural tube, but now they are only neural folds. And you can see in the floor of the fold, which is the floor of the neural groove, you can see the yellowish or lightly stained region representing the notochord. What I want you to see in this slide is this structure, which is in form of U-shape. That is the U-shaped hearty tube. Okay? And again, this is the neural fold. More caudally, this is the neural plate. And these are the somites overlapping with the neural plate. And more caudally, we can see the primitive streak. You know, in early stages, the anterior part of the embryo shows organogenesis, while the caudal part shows the primitive citric and are still in a process of gastrulation. So the anterior end of the primitive citric is the primitive pit. The dark region here around the primitive pit is called the primitive knob. So I want you to see the U-shaped hearty tube in that whole mouth section. When the two limbs of the U will be fused to form a single hearty tube, this hearty tube will be seen in this whole mount also. This whole mount prepared chicken embryo shows anteriorly. This is the hearty tube. You can see that this hearty tube is formed from anterior to posterior by the bulbous cordis, ventricle, atrium, and sinus venosus that have two horns. So this is the single hearty tube. And also you can see the neural tube showing the optic vesicle. This is the telencephalon and the optic vesicle. Just look to the opening of the neural tube anteriorly. This is the neural pore, the anterior neuropore. So anterior neuropore, telencephalon or forebrain, optic vesicles, diencephalon, mesencephalon, metencephalon, and these are the curves or crescents of rhombomer, of myelencephalon. Just look to the notochord, how could it appear overlapped by the structure of the neural tube. This is the notochord. And these are the somites. But our subject is the hearty tube. This is the single hearty tube after fusion of the limbs of the U-shaped hearty tube. Again, caudally, we can see the primitive citric with the anterior end, that is the primitive pit surrounded by the primitive knot, and just look to the somites. Right? If I pass to a larger embryo with a more differentiated stage in the transverse section, the heart will enlarge much more than the pericardial cavity, and thus the heart tube will be folded, forming the heart loop. So, in the transverse section, this is the section which shows the heart tube. As we said, we can count things from dorsal to ventral. So the first thing dorsally is the neural tube, which is here spinal cord. Ventral to it is the notochord. Ventral to the notochord, this is dorsal aorta. Ventral to the dorsal aorta, this is the gut. And ventral to the gut, this is the heart. You can see that this section in the heart shows the heart is formed of many parts, because here it is folded as a heart loop. And this is the pericardial cavity. This is, of course, we can know the parts of the heart loop as bulbous cordis, ventricle, and atrium, but I don't want to know. It's very simple to say that this is the heart tube and that's all. The same embryonic stage showing the heart loop, but in sagittal section. This is also the heart loop. Just notice how it is folded or bent, because the heart is growing in a size which is more than the size of the pericardial cavity. So it will become folded. And again, we can know the parts of these heart tube as bulbous cordis, ventricle, atrium, but it is only for simplification that you have to describe this as a heart loop only. بعدكم بس هذا النموذج بلاستيك تعالوا شوي بس ظاهر بيه هنا الهارت لوب، وظاهر به هنا التو دورزال ايورتا ذولا. ماكو عندنا شيء بس شغلتين انا بس اريدكم تتعرفون عليه، لان هذا بيه دورزال ايورتا وهذا هنا هارت لوب. الشغله الاخرى اللي يريد تشوفوها انه هذا تلنسيفالون، هذه اوبتيك فيزيكالز ولينز فيزيكال، هذا ميزنسيفالون ميتينومايلين وسبانال كورد، وهنا همينه تلنسيفالون داينسيفالون، هاي الاوبتيك لينس والاوبتيك كاب. ورا الداينسيفالون ميزنسيفالون، هذا الرومبنسيفاليك اسماس، ميتين ومايلين سيفالون وسبانال كورد. فاجزاء النيورال تيوب اريدها هنا، والعين اريدها هنا، وكذلك تشوف شيء بسيط على هذا النموذج حتى بنجي عليه بالسيشن الجاي مال الفاسلز يكون اوضح الصوره عندكم يعني.